wrap up the football talk. Let's move to basketball. The basketball season it's right around the corner. It's going to be an exciting one. Two rankings came out. North Carolina is ranked number 12 in the Blue Ribbon College Basketball Yearbook ranking, but according to Sporting News, they're a little bit fonder of the Tar Heels and rank them at number 6. So the question is UNC a top 10 team in the country? Because right now we have one poll that says they are, and we have one poll that says they aren't. David, are they a top 10 team?
I think Carolina is honestly a top 5 team. I mean, if we see Roy have the talent that he has now, and he has guys who are seasoned, those big men who looked very young and very unrefined. They're now coming back another year, and now they've got Nasir Little, now they've got Kobe, now they've got Rishon. It's gonna be a lot more talent on that team, and I think if you give Roy those weapons, they're easily a top 5, top 3 team. Um, I think the number 12 ranking is. I think that goes off a little bit more of how we performed in the NCAA tournament. They're probably holding that against us a little bit. But I think we're a top 5 team, quite frankly, with Nasir Little probably going to be one of the top talents in the nation.
Yeah, and I think I have two things to say. One about the current makeup of the team. I think you have a really nice sprinkling of veteran players who are both very good but have so much experience in Cam Johnson, Kenny Williams, Luke May, right? Those three guys are very solid players. They're not all-star players that are, going to dominate one game, but they're really great players to have and great starters.
They're role
And
players that'll definitely do their job
I
a little
mean,
bit better than any other team's role players.
they're more than role players. 'Cause, I mean, they're
Yeah.
going to be starters. But
hmm
when you blend that in with the talent that is Leaky Black, that is Nazir Little, and Kobe White, like that is a dangerous combination because I think the worry you have is UNC has the talent with those freshmen, but it's tough to get up to speed to college basketball. It's tough to get someone ready to play at Cameron Indoor against Duke or in March Madness, right? But you have Luke May, Kenny, and Cam Johnson who have just loads of experience. They have winning, aside from Cam, but the other two have winning experience, and they can feed that to Nazir and the others. And I think that's going to go a long way. There's also Brandon Robinson and Seventh Woods who have been disappointing so far, but they were highly touted recruits coming into North Carolina. So, I'm not expecting much from them, but don't be surprised if they burst onto the scene because of that combination, because of how good the chemistry in that roster is. When you have a better teammates, it's easier to come and rise to the top. So maybe this is what Seventh Woods and Brandon Robinson need. Also, when Nazir Little, Kobe White, and Leaky Black come in, that's competition.
Yeah.
Maybe that will push them to another level. And then, in addition to that, recruiting wise, I want to go through the list. Right now, Nazir Little is the number 3 recruit, Kobe White 25,
What's
Ray
Nasir the
Sean
number 3?
Black is 71. This is according to 24/7 Sports.
Oh,
I think
okay.
their rating is a little better.
They're different from
ESPN has
ESPN's.
Nazir like 6 or 7. I think
That's
that's utterly
ridiculous.
ridiculous. But so bear with me here. If you go back one more year, the Tar Heels recruited Jalik Felton, number 30, and Garrison Brooks, 132. So huge discrepancy there. Jalik Felton's not even on the team. If you go back one more year before that, you had Tony Bradley, but he left after a year. You see that with the UNC big men. Roy doesn't play freshmen a lot unless you're supremely talented and a guaranteed lottery pick like Harrison Barnes or probably Nazir. But so Tony Bradley left after his freshman year. Then it's Seventh Woods, Brandon Robinson. We just talked about them. You go back a year before that, Kenny Williams was 96 overall and Luke May was 155. Think about how good of those players they are now because of Roy Williams, right? And then I'll go back one more for the last time to 2014. The last time I think they had a recruiting class that could compete with the talent that they just brought in. Justin Jackson, 9, Theo Pinson, 15, and Joel Berry, 30. What's interesting about that recruiting class? They won a national championship, and that was the last recruiting class that was as talented as this one. And I would honestly say this one is even more talented because of Nazir Little. He is a special talent that is a lot better than those other 3 guys. NBA wise, it's tough to be better than Justin Jackson college wise, but just pure talent, Nazir over the 3. So I think UNC is easily a top 10 team, probably a top 5 team.